Hey everybody, what's going on? Another edition of the On The Go podcast. Ooh, we had a nice little burping before we just got started. I was trying to get it out before we started, like, ooh, I'm gonna get choked up.
Didn't quite make it?
Didn't quite make it at first. Oh man, I'm your host, James Jackson, and the guy you heard laughing in the back is Jacob. What's going on, Jacob?
Hey, James. How are you?
Oh,
Are you
I'm about
okay?
to die other than that, but
Yeah,
I'm good.
you still alive?
Yeah, let me just take a little sip here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go for it. Make sure.
Yeah, I'm good.
Make sure to get it directly in the microphone for that ASMR.
Yeah, right. Oh man. Yeah, I'm good, man.
Good. Do we want to unveil the new name for the Monday edition?
Yeah. We wanted to do different names for each podcast, so that way it kind of have like a, just people are able to differentiate.
Differentiate.
Okay, there you go. I
Yeah.
thought, like, differentiate.
Hey, usually I can't speak, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I messed up on that big time. But so we decided to come up with a different name for this one. It'll still be On The Go with Jacob and James, but Mondays will be called the
Monday Weekend Report.
Monday Weekend Report.
Yes.
I like that.
Because lately, the last like 4 or 5 episodes, we've just been talking about our lives.
Yep.
We've been kind of catching up, like more what you're doing on the weekend, and less topical things. With that being said, James, how's your weekend?
Oh, it was good. I saw something very funny on Instagram.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Well, it's not. No, I'll take that back. It's not funny.
Okay.
But, well, it's funny if you think it's funny. So, remember that place we went to for the burlesque show at the bachelor party?
Avant Garden.
Avant Garden. So, it was an incident that happened.
Uh-oh.
She didn't say what the incident was. It was
Uh-oh.
the host. What's her name? Abby? I think her name was Abby.
Oh, yes. Abby something or other. She's got a stage name.
Yeah. She's really, really cool. I like her. I follow her on Instagram.
Okay.
But I saw her Instagram story, and one of her captions was like, hey, due to this incident, don't touch us unless we touch you or we throw something at you. And I've always wondered why people decide they want to just go and just touch someone.
Yeah.
All because they're getting declothed doesn't mean that you're allowed to just touch them.
Yeah.
And she said that.
Don't
Just
they
enjoy
make that
it.
announcement before the show?
Yeah, because she made the announcement then when we went. She was like, don't follow us to our cars.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that turned real creepy real quick. I was
Right.
like, people doing that for real?
Yeah, don't follow us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, don't they? Yeah, they make that announcement. You don't normally.
So something must have happened. Something must, one of the guys
Or women.
are women. You know what? Yeah. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, equal.
Yeah, James.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. So maybe somebody might have accidentally touched one of the ladies, and maybe they might have been drunk. She didn't go into specifics,
Of course not.
but I think somebody probably drunk and they probably just accidentally touched them. I ain't
Interesting.
gonna say accident, but they touched them.
Interesting.
Yeah. So keep your hands to yourself, people, when you go to these places.
Yeah.
These business
sure.
establishments, these gentlemen bars, or burlesque shows, because they're really, really good,
Oh yeah.
and these women are very, very talented.
Oh yeah.
I do want to go again.
Yeah. I think Avant Garden does one every week.
Yeah, it is like every Friday.
There's one that's hosted at the House of Blues once a month
Oh, really?
that we should try to go to if I can get some tickets for us. It's not at the House of Blues. How House of Blues has like 2 or 3 different rooms.
Yeah.
Because you have the main stage area where the bands play, and then I think you have the Bronze Peacock where the burlesque stuff happens, and then you have another. I think the Foundation room, and I think there might be a 4th room. I'm not for sure, but they did it in the Bronze Peacock.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's like once a month, and I think it's like the tickets are about $50. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's more show.
How much was the one we went to when you
I don't remember. Richard got the
was it that one?
tickets.
Oh yeah, he did.
I think they
didn't
were
he?
like 30.
30. Oh, okay.
I want to say 25 or 30. We'd have to ask him, but
Kind of should be.
right.
Look, I don't mean to talk too much smack about this place, because I really did have a good time,
Yeah.
but it was kind of crowded.
Yeah, I mean it's upstairs in a house.
Like that already kind of like throws out red flags. Cause that was my first time ever going to a burlesque show,
Mine too.
so I was already kind of like, why is everybody in here so crammed up?
Yeah.
They got the bar in the back.
Yeah, and the chairs are kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, they like those old church chairs.
Yeah.
That's also we sitting here with church chairs. All we need now is like a bunch of fans
Yeah.
and just Ku Klux Klans come out of nowhere. It's like
Surprise.
surprise. Like that's what it looked like. I'm telling you, that's how crazy it was. But I still had a good time. I like the little coins that they gave us. That we could
Oh, they
use.
did give us coins.
Yeah, they gave
didn't
us coins. Like you can get drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
I think Joe went back to get like 3 or 4 drinks.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, not surprising. But I didn't really drink that much. Did you drink a little bit at that bar?
I don't know about that bar. I drank quite a bit that night, but we were doing so much where I didn't really get messed up. It wasn't like a traditional bachelor thing.
I know next time that we have to go to that pizza place next door, across the street from.
Yes, yeah.
Because had I known then what I knew now,
if there was food across the street. Well, okay, so I looked it up earlier that night, but the way it looked on the maps, it looked like it was like across a highway.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It didn't look like it was like close enough, and
that's why you got to cheat. You know, like when you expand and they show you like the whole little area. I used to like to whip around, kind of see what's around there. I was like, oh, okay, I know where the place is. That's how I know what's familiar. Yeah, like the 3D images of it. Yeah, I love doing that.
Should have done that. Yeah. Or we could have just Ubered down there earlier in the day or something. I don't. It was fine. It was a good night.
No, it was a good night because you were worried. Well, you were the one that was worried, talking about we were gonna be late.
I was stressed about time. Because I didn't pay for the tickets. Yeah, you know what I mean. It was I didn't want us to be late and then us not
miss half
make
the show
it or something. Yeah, but
hell, by the time we got there, they still wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, man, it was. We could have had dinner 2 or 3 times over.
And I left my damn cell phone.
Yeah,
in your apartment. I was like, God, man. No pictures of tucking.
Classic bachelor.
So, like, if I get Alzheimer's, I'll never remember that day. I'll never remember that day again.
We'll just rewrite history for you.
Oh, you're gonna tell me what happened?
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool. Make a movie out of that one. That's cool. Right? Like, kind of like Hangover.
Just like this dude lived a boring life and he gets Alzheimer's, so his friends like make up all these wild stories.
So what happened on that night? Oh, do you really want
to know? Let me tell you.
He's riding on the back of a lion.
Yeah.
That's how you got that scar on your back.
That is actually an interesting movie concept.
That would be, yeah.
We'll have to save that.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm gonna delete this from the podcast.
So right, because I don't want anybody taking this.
I don't want Hollywood to hear us.
Yeah, the one time Hollywood actually listened to us, just the one time they listened to us.
Right.
So, but no, other than that, the weekend was good. I know everybody like, man, that was a long diatribe just to say what happened over the weekend. But no, I really didn't do anything. I don't really do anything that much. I really just sit in the house, jack off a little bit, and that's it. And that's it. Like that's all I do. But so I really don't do that much. But watch a lot of football, stuff like that. Playoffs are coming, so that should be pretty good.
You watched the Rose Bowl?
Yes, Michigan won.
Yeah, that was a big thing. One of the hosts for the radio show, he was a Michigander alumni.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a huge thing that they won. Yeah. So.
Well, the national championship is coming up too as well. Well, it's already happened. So
I see.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah. So nothing special, man. How about you? What'd you do?
Well, I got kicked out of a burlesque show for touching the dancer, James.
So it was you. It was you all along. I knew it. No. I knew it because you sounded way too comfortable. I was like, oh well, what happens? You did sound like really, really comfortable with this. Did I? Yeah, I was like, maybe it was Jacob. You're not telling me something.
No, I didn't go to a burlesque show or anything like that. But so Friday, after I got off of work, I told you I've been wanting to play more pool.
How's that going?
And I told myself, and I told you, and I told Khadijah, I'm going to dedicate at least once a week to playing pool. Get off of work on Friday, I go to Slick Willie's. It's like down the road, pool hall, right? Nobody's there. Like they just opened up an hour before, so everything's open except there's one other guy on the other side of the room playing pool by himself. He's got like a neck brace. I don't know what happened. I assume some sort of pool related bar fight.
How the hell that happened?
I don't know.
And you playing pool?
Yeah, he's sitting there shooting balls, but he's got like a neck brace.
So anything, see what that look like.
So I go there, I get my balls, go to the table.
There's a lot of balls going on.
I know there is. So I go to the table, I'm racking things up. I'm like, yeah, I'm finally here. I made it and all this stuff. And I there's like a table behind the bar. So I tried to stay away from the neck brace guy because I didn't want to get like challenged.
Yeah, challenged. Yeah. Oh, you're scared to face me because I got a neck brace on?
Yeah. I didn't want to like look him in the eyes and it's like Pokemon where, you gotta battle him. Mm-hmm. So I'm setting up, I'm racking up. I was like, yeah, I'm finally here and everything. And I look up. And so across the room from me, James, I can see the other side of Slick Willie. So like 75% of it is pool tables. Then there's like another 25% that's like arcade games and stuff. So I look up. I get done racking my balls. I look up. I look straight ahead of me. In the little video game, arcade game section, you know what I see on the walls?
What?
Dartboards.
Oh, no.
I was like, are you serious?
So this kind of goes back to that story of you and Khadijah going out and she wanted to play darts. and you were like scoundrel, just going through
looking
the
for dark places.
looking for dark places.
Yep.
And all this time, there was a dark place
down the road.
Down the road.
Willis. Didn't matter anyway because she didn't play darts.
Which was hella funny, man. Like, and like how you like broke it down to her without sounding angry. It's like, you really didn't want that.
It still makes you laugh.
No, man, because I like how you did it. It's like, I looked up a lot of places to play these darts. And you ain't gonna pick up one dart at all? Just one?
We didn't have to come all the way out. We had to
come all the way out here. And did you tell her about Slick Willis?
Yeah, I did. I told her. I was like, you know what? They have dartboards.
She probably didn't want to go there anyway.
She don't want to go there. Well, not for darts. There's a specific dart place that she had found that she wanted to go to, but it's expensive. Because again, it's one of those pay by the hour places. Where
For darts?
Yeah. It's like some high tech dart place. But yeah, it's like $50-$60 or whatever an hour. I don't know. I don't know what's up with all these places that are just like, you want to play a sport? $50.
Top Golf.
There's that bowling place I told you about down the road.
Well, see, Top Golf is different because they're cheaper in the afternoons and in the morning. Now, you go at nights, it's $58 per person.
Mm-hmm.
So, you kind of give what you pay for with that.
You're right. And part of the appeal is like you bring a group, right?
Yeah, you bring a group.
This is a work event. This is a birthday event. Like you bring people. But if you just want to go hit some balls,
it's not going to happen, man.
You're going to pay $40 to
play with your own balls, but you're going to be playing with the balls out here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm more fascinated by the story with the man with the neck brace. I don't know about you. So what was he doing? Just standing up the entire time?
No, I mean, he was shooting pool.
How was he shooting? Like, was he like down?
I wasn't watching him.
Oh, you suck,
I was busy playing my own games.
Oh, man. I would have dropped everything to see how this was being done. Because he obviously had to have his head down.
Right?
Because you can't point it up because you got a neck brace on.
I mean, he might have just been standing up and like shooting from the waist, shooting from the hip.
That's no fun.
I know.
That's no fun at all. He looked just as stupid doing that. That's like, did he have a cowboy hat on?
No, he was wearing an orange shirt and he had a blonde ponytail and a neck brace. It took me a while to notice the neck brace because I saw him over there by himself and I was like, okay, whatever. I'm like racking my balls. And I look over and I was like, he's in a neck brace.
What type of neck brace was it? Was it like the white kind of, I'm going to sue you? I'm going to sue you?
No, it wasn't like the white cast. It was like one of those big plastic ones.
Oh, man. Like the ones dogs be wearing?
Yeah,
that would have been
but
funny.
not a cone.
I know. That would have been great, though.
But like the human form of that, I
human
suppose.
Form
yeah. So I really don't know the story behind the neck brace, but yeah, that's the kind of character you get at 12 p.m. on a Friday.
Well, let's visualize. What do you think happened to him? Like, think somebody just threw like a pool stick at him? They were fighting in a pool fight?
Maybe he was hustling pool. Ooh. Maybe he tried to be like the old elderly man who's just getting in the pool. And then
you gotta be careful.
He hustled some games.
Learn from that gentleman. There's a reason why you saw him.
Yeah, maybe I should have talked to him. Like,
don't be me.
Yeah.
Gave you a PSA.
Yeah, right.
Don't be me, man. Yeah.
You know what I've been doing? I've been playing Fallout 4 a lot.
Oh, okay.
So, and the reason I got into Fallout 4 is because
I didn't know you playing that.
Yeah, it's because recently at my job I had to learn how to operate an emergency broadcast bunker, essentially. So like if a Hurricane Harvey comes through and everything gets crazy, we have like a bunker we can go to and broadcast out of for emergency, storm reports and stuff like that. I think it's a result of our new studios rely on Wi-Fi quite a bit. So it's like, okay, cool. If we get a hurricane coming through and it knocks out all of our Wi-Fi, maybe we can't broadcast out as much. So let's just have this backup thing.
That's not bad.
I don't know. Yeah, it was. I didn't have to sign up for it. They were just like, you're going to go learn this.
That does kind of suck too, though, that you rely on Wi-Fi so much.
Yeah, it's the new age, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, they all trained us how to operate this FEMA bunker. And it's not really a bunker. It's like an above ground thing. But
when you say bunker, I think about a bunker as like just one green bed and maybe one and a whole bunch of shelves just sitting in there. So like when you say bunker,
you're not that far away from that actually.
Really?
But yeah, it's a tight spot, but it's essentially like we can produce a whole radio show out of there.
Does it have air in there?
Yeah, they got air. They got circulated air. There's MREs, and I might be saying too much. Maybe I can't tell. Reveal.
Oh, well, that's on you then.
Yeah, I know.
That's on you.
It was all this to set up why I'm playing Fallout 4, because all of us board op producers were making jokes about it, and then it made me think about Fallout 4 and how, and in the game of Fallout, you start off in a vault. Like the whole story is like everything's a nuclear wasteland. The survivors went down in a vault, and after so many years, they come back up and they try to like resettle. And so Fallout 4, a big component in Fallout 4 is actually rebuilding your settlements and stuff. Like there's missions and there's RPG elements to it.
That's dope.
But a big portion of it is building up these towns and stuff that you liberate or whatever. So I got really heavy into doing that. And so in the main town that you start in, I've been setting up like this skyscraper apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to like go out and get resources. So you have to play the missions. You can't just do the buildings. I mean, if you get mods, you can. But so I've just been like really heavily into like going out and like doing missions and getting a bunch of junk and bringing it back and like building this like virtual skyscraper thing.
So basically, you've been playing Jenga.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically what you've been doing, playing Jenga. Oh, you've been doing Legos.
It's Legos, but like apocalypse.
3D
Legos.
apocalypse Legos.
Yeah. And what I didn't realize is in the game of Fallout, they have a limit to your
building,
how much you can put in a space.
Oh, okay.
And I hit that limit before I could finish my skyscraper, and that really upset me. So I tried to like go find other games that are like resource and building kind of games. And I had gotten this one game called Raft or Survival Raft.
Mm-hmm.
And it's you're on a raft and you pick up debris and you make your raft bigger and stuff like that. I've seen it before. It seems like a chill game. So I bought it and I started playing it, and I was trying to figure out how to do something. So I looked it up online and I found a Reddit. The game that I had bought was a ripoff from another game that's not even actually available on the PlayStation. It's like a PC game.
I was about to say PC. Yeah.
But somebody came around and basically ripped the assets and made this like janky version.
Is that how they get away with making like fan-made games, stuff like that?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, I know they have like Ghostbusters, a fan-made Ghostbusters game.
Yeah.
So a fan-made Batman game too.
Yeah, they do. And a Spider-Man game. There's a Spider-Man 2 ripoff that's like it looks like an anime game. But like they people brought the gameplay next to each other and it's like literally the same mechanics.
I'm trying to imagine what the ripoff Spider-Man game would look like. I know you just gave me a good description, but I'm just thinking to myself, what would that look like?
Right?
Does it look any good?
It looks like an anime because it's all anime characters. It looks like it's an anime world, but like the gameplay, the running, there's even like some sort of like web swinging component to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it just looks very much like the Spider-Man game, but just like with an anime cover.
Oh, okay.
It's weird.
Okay, well, so basically you just been playing Fallout and
getting ripped off on the PlayStation Store.
See, that's something you can do. Now, I remember when I was a kid trying to find something to do on the weekends. Whenever I said I didn't have anything to do on Saturdays, my mom would always try to find something for me to do.
Right.
So like I would go outside and cut grass, get stung by mosquitoes, get bit up. I used to hate that, man. I used to hate that. So, and also too, there's no cartoons on Saturday mornings.
No.
So,
but now we have streaming.
I'm a big kid now. I'm a big kid, man.
Yeah.
I love watching cartoons on Saturdays. And the kids that listen to this podcast, they don't know how amazing that was.
Right.
Spider-Man. Oh man.
I think
Batman,
X-Men, different channels, different
lineups.
Yep.
So it's like, that's what my Saturdays used to consist of as a child. As I grew up, of course, going to school on Saturday, you just want to sleep in.
Yeah.
Half of the time. But I never got a chance to sleep in because I always just had to help my mom up and go with my grandmother to the grocery store.
Right.
So at that time, I really wasn't doing that much. Like it's kind of crazy now. Like when you get older, you think about the things that you have to do on Saturdays and on the weekends. Nope. You get to sleep in as much as you want if you're off.
Yeah.
If you're off. Do you sleep in?
No, I don't sleep in. I'm too used to getting up early now. So I just get up early all the
Even
time.
on Sundays?
I don't get up as early as I do during the week.
Yeah.
But I'm still like 8 or 9. I'm still awake.
Cause Sundays is your free day.
Yeah, that's true. But
because Saturdays you work like on and off.
Yeah, it just depends.
Does Khadijah sleep in?
We both get up around the same time. We're not like big sleep in people.
I think you guys are just conditioned to get up so early. So it's just like, but
I mean, sleeping in for me is like 8 or 9.
Oh,
right. Because that's like 4 or 5 hours past when I normally wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I mean, that's normal. It used to be like 11, 12 I'm sleeping in. And I always hated doing that.
That was before you were married and stuff like that. You were single doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or working early hours like I do.
Yeah.
So, but no, I don't really generally sleep in as much. I like to get up. And it's nice waking up early and not having anything to do because you're like, oh, now I have my whole day ahead of me.
I feel bad now because I sometimes I sleep in.
Yeah.
Every once in a while. I mean, if I'm really, really sleepy, then I will sleep in.
I think because, like, in my head, I just have a list of stuff I want to get done. And then I wake up so I can do those things. But it varies.
So you don't sleep in, you get up early, and you fall asleep at like 11 o'clock at night. So you're on like Batman hours almost.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of like on Batman hours.
Oh, yeah.
But Batman is even up early, if you stop to think about it.
I don't know how Batman fundamentally works, actually, because he's up all night and then he's still got to do daytime things.
Yeah. You got to find some time to eat.
Yeah. It's impossible.
You think Batman naps?
No.
Yeah. So I guess we can never be Batman.
I know.
I love naps, man. Do you take naps?
I do like naps, yeah.
Okay.
I do. I take naps.
Okay. So, yeah.
I normally, like, I'll take like a 30-minute.
30-minute nap? What are you, like, one of these cats?
Yeah, man.
Jesus, man, you really are adopting these cats.
I'm a tired man.
Damn, 30-minute nap.
30 minutes.
Jeez Louise.
I'll do you one better, James. There's some days where 2 hours go by. I'm a sleepy man.
Man, so okay.
There's where I get the rest of my sleep,
like,
right?
Yeah, I was about to say that's where you get your rest of sleep from. So, okay, let's say if you fall asleep at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you wake up, it'll be 5:30.
No.
Have you ever slept that late?
No, I'd say maybe like 3:34.
Okay.
Depending.
Man, I hate taking naps because if I had something to do and I'm just like, well, I'll just take a nap real quick. Now I wake up, it's like 5 o'clock in the evening and the sun's starting to go down. I was like, God damn it. Oh man, I hate that. I hate that so much.
No, I don't think that long of naps. It's just I whittled it down to like 30 minutes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So I'll do a 30-minute nap.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Really, it's not even the nap that I enjoy. I really just like coming home and then sitting in utter silence.
Yeah, like now.
And closing my eyes and just like decompressing. That's my decompression, is just like
It's usually like Sundays for you.
It's Sundays or just like when I get off of work because nobody else is here, right? Khadijah's got a normal job, and so I get to unwind.
Like it's a normal job.
It is a normal job.
You have a normal
My
job
job's not
too?
normal. I get up at 3:30 and I work until noon.
Yeah, you're right. That's a crazy ass job.
Yeah. So yeah, I just come home, I decompress, and then like I'll get up and I'll do the dishes, and then I'll do whatever other chores, do the cat box, vacuum the floor. You know, I need to put up some of this wall art, which I'm going to work on.
That would be nice.
Quite a bit, because now we're here for another year. Before, it was kind of up in the air, but like if we're going to be here for a little bit longer, I'll
make it your own.
Start putting it up more. You know,
still don't want anything.
I still don't want nothing.
Yeah,
I don't want anything.
Put that out there. Put that disclaimer out there. I still don't want anything. But yeah, put some. I know you talked about putting some shelves out here, so that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I know you think about like creating some more space.
Yeah.
So we can do Pride.
I'd really like to maybe try to alter this a little bit.
Shift everything over here on one side.
Potentially, I don't know. I'll have to figure out how I want to do it.
Yeah.
But I'll think about it. There's something I can do, I think.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know, like I say, for me, I on the weekends I just don't do anything, man. I'm trying to start finding like more hobbies because even writing sometimes can put me to sleep.
Yeah.
Like one time I was writing, and then the pen slowly lost grasp.
Oh yeah.
And I fell asleep on the book.
Yep.
I woke up to a face full of drool.
Oh.
And ink and wet ink. So So I think lately, man, I really got to start getting some rest. More and more. And rest is very, very important. People don't really understand how important that is.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
it's
some people.
important to sleep.
Yeah. Not everybody can be Batman.
No.
You know, Spider-Man went to sleep.
He did.
Yeah.
But mostly, well,
that's your favorite character.
Spider-Man got knocked out a lot. I think that's where he caught up on his sleep.
See, I was trying to help you out until you said that. He got knocked out a lot.
I don't know if he really got knocked out a lot. Like, honestly, Spider-Man's got some good agility.
Yeah, he does. Now,
so does Batman.
Unless he's facing like Rhino or something.
Yeah, true.
Anything going on in the world of craziness today?
In the world of craziness, not particularly. I'm trying to think. I did see the story.
Oh shoot.
Not really like a story, but it was like a TikTok of, I guess like there was a snowstorm in New York. I don't know if this was recent or it could have been old video.
I think it's recent.
Yeah, there was a snowstorm in New York, and there was this homeless guy trying to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the manager of this bowling alley that he was trying to get into was being very rude. It was like, no, you got to leave. You got to go. He had, at some point before the filming commenced, the guy got a bucket of water filled up, ready to go. He's like, if you don't leave, I'm going to throw this bucket of water on you. You have 30 seconds or I'm going to throw the bucket of water on you. So he starts counting. And he doesn't start counting like actual seconds. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And so the guy's like making his way out of there. And as the guy's leaving, the manager speeds up the counting. So he's already at like 25 and he's like 26, 27, 28. And then like, I think the guy got maybe about 10, 15 feet away from him. And the manager throws the bucket of water.
Nice.
And splashes him. He's like, now you're all wet and blah, blah. And meanwhile, it's snowing. Like there's a snowstorm coming in. And so I saw this video because someone had stitched it, the TikTok thing. Like they stitched it and they were like, hey, just so you know, this is the business that this guy works for. And, their messages are open if you want to go tell them about what you think of this. Because
I'm pretty sure you got fired.
In that situation, yeah, the homeless guy was just trying to get out of the snowstorm. And the guy commentating on the video made the comment that, like, you had already filled up that bucket of water. So you were already planning of throwing it on him. No matter what, you were going to throw this bucket of water on this man who's just trying to get out of the snowstorm. Now, granted, some people would say, well, what's the context? Why is he getting kicked out of this? Because it starts with them trying to push him out the door.
Or maybe some people might say, well, how come we can go to a homeless shelter?
Yeah, very right. Very true. But it's still, whether the context, it's still a crappy thing to do to somebody.
Of course. We all know that. But I mean...
And even if the guy came in and started making a fuss, call the police.
That's never stopped anybody before.
That is true.
Unfortunately, people, that's the world, that's the society that we live in. And I mean, calling the police wouldn't work. I'm telling you that right now.
I mean, maybe not. But either way, this dude did a horrible thing. And so the bowling alley responded. And the manager who threw the bucket of water on this guy was the owner's son.
Oh, well, he's not going anywhere.
No, he's fired.
Oh, he's fired?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that worked out.
Yeah, the business responded. They were like, nope, we fired this guy. And the owners.
But that was probably more like backlash.
This. Yeah.
That's probably just more backlash because I can't see him really getting fired like that.
I mean,
if there was no cameras around and no one knew about this situation,
right?
You really think he would have been fired?
I mean, potentially not.
Okay.
But 2024, everyone is held up to their actions now.
Should be.
You would call it cancel culture, or is it consequences?
Not everything's cancel culture. I wish people stop saying that. It's like,
you're right.
Well, it's cancel culture. It's like, no, it's consequences. That's consequences for things that you say and do.
You know who had a very interesting take on cancel? Not very interesting, but who surprised me on their take of cancel culture?
Who?
Daniel Tosh. You remember him?
Who is he?
He's a comedian.
Tosh 2.0?
Tosh 2.0. Yeah, a comedian from back in the day. Really edgy comedy.
Yeah.
Really edgy. But I guess he has a podcast now, and I saw a clip of him talking about cancel culture. He's like, no, I don't think cancel culture is a bad thing. Like, we should all have to answer for what we did say. He's like, I, as a comedian, had said some things.
Yeah.
And, I don't say those things anymore or whatever. Or even what we're going to talk about on Friday, Cat Williams. Mm-hmm. Cat Williams had something to say about cancel culture. Mm-hmm. And his whole thing was, before we could say certain words, now we can't say those words. We get new words.
Yeah, he had a very understanding way of how to maneuver around cancel culture.
You're right.
Instead of just being lazy and just saying, like, I'm just being canceled.
Right.
That's not always the case.
You're right.
You can use other words in your vernacular.
Yeah.
You could.
Or, I mean, as far as like entertainment and performance goes, your audience dictates your content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're a comedian and you're telling jokes and those jokes aren't hitting, you get new jokes. You don't backlash against your audience and go, oh, they just don't like jokes about beating women no more.
It's basically pretty much like the Dave Chappelle situation. And I love Dave Chappelle. I actually saw the new special. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not that good. I mean, let me give a quick little review of that since we're all in this little cancel thing situation. It's like him and the LGBT type deal.
Yeah.
And, at first it was, it was funny at first. But then to just keep doing it over and over, it's like, whatever material do you got?
You're punching down at some point.
Yeah. And it's like, his last special before this one was just pretty much a rant.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like to listen to rants. Right. I was like, I want to tell me some jokes, man. Right. I didn't come here to pay, how much were those tickets like that?
He says his tickets are like $80.
$80.
I don't really know.
I'm not buying that, but okay. $80 a ticket for just you rant against the LGBT community.
You know who else had a rant in their special?
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel Iglesias. He's got a Netflix special.
That what, Fluffy?
Yeah.
He ranted
about like cancel culture stuff.
Oh,
but not in that same way that Dave Chappelle did, but still very much like at a certain point it's like your jokes are few and far between, and now you're just saying things and you're making a joke, like you're making a joke within your rant, and we turned it off because we're just like, this isn't funny anymore, man.
Yeah, I mean, watching this new Dave Chappelle special, he had a couple jokes in there that was pretty good. Like the Jim Carrey thing was good. He tied that into to trans. I was like, okay, he tied that joke into the. I thought that was pretty smart. It just, apart from the trans thing, it didn't really do it for me. This was clearly not his best. I'm not gonna say
this
is
the one before this one, right? Or are you talking about the new one or the one before?
The new one.
Oh, the new one.
The new one that's out on Netflix. It's not that good. It's just really not that good. I don't want to say that he's lost his magic or his mojo, but I just think that he needs to go back and get some new material.
Yeah,
and because the guy that I fell in love with, this is not the guy that I'm seeing right now.
Yeah,
and look, he's accomplished a lot.
Yeah,
he's accomplished so many things. He won the Mark Twain Award.
Yeah,
what else does he do after that? You know, it's like you've accomplished everything.
Right.
And I just think, well, you know, the LGBT stuff and all the different things that's been going on, it's just like, the jokes have just not been hitting. That's and I know he doesn't like, you know, he hates cancel culture and stuff like that. And I understand some cancel culture things I'm not a big fan of, but
I mean, some of it is egregious.
Yeah, some of it is very stupid and egregious. I'll admit that, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, who am I to judge the person from,
right,
you know, bringing something up from 20-some odd years?
It also goes back to me saying, you know, as a performer and as an entertainer, their audience's reactions should dictate, you know, how they write their set. If your LGBTQ jokes aren't getting laughs, maybe don't do the jokes.
You know, he can still do them, but damn,
or reframe them. Like people do jokes about gay people and trans people
all the time. Yeah, that's been done for years. Yeah,
and they're finding new ways to do it where it's not offensive, but it's still funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the whole point. It's just like you got to evolve. You got to adapt or die. You have to change. I wasn't going to talk about it until like the Friday one, but kind of going back to the Cat Williams interview, which we'll cover more in a future episode. The Shannon Sharp, he had made a comment about Matt Rife getting canceled. Which I don't think Matt Rife was canceled. Have you heard of Matt Rife?
I've never heard of him, but I think I heard his name around.
He's a comedian who, like most modern day comedians, kind of got fame through the TikTok reels and everything, because like a lot of new comedians now, they're just posting their crowd work, like them working the crowd, which, you know, someone had said it was kind of lazy to do crowd work, but also at the same time, I get why you wouldn't post your jokes. Especially after the Cat Williams interview. I kind of get it more now, but he got famous for more crowd work, and he got a Netflix special. So he did his Netflix special. And the first joke right off the top is a domestic abuse joke, right? And a lot of people didn't like it, so it became a controversial thing. And then he responded. He sent people a link to like special needs helmets, and people were more.
I did hear about that.
People were more upset about his response versus that joke.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
And you know, it kind of blew up for a little while, and
it
now
did blow up.
Yeah, and now it's not as important. And I don't think he was canceled because. But
no one's ever truly canceled. That's the thing about it. Cancel culture does not really exist.
You're right.
Like some people may led you to believe.
You're right. So I don't think he was really canceled. So I think Shannon had kind of made a mistake with that. But
he probably fumbled that. He fumbled that question.
But my point being is, okay, you told this joke, people reacted in a negative way to the joke. Then the joke doesn't work. Drop the joke. Don't get offended that you can't make this joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm not a professional comedian by any means, so maybe there's more to it. But from my point of view, for someone who's watched like a lot of comedy, and from someone who kind of gets how they determine what jokes make it in the specials and what jokes they keep in their sets and whatnot, joke doesn't work, don't do the joke.
Yeah.
And I mean, Matt Rife, all in all, his special was just. It was just okay. He had some things that were kind of funny, but for the most part, he's still a new upcoming comedian. So a lot of his stuff felt like he was still trying to find the type of comedian he wanted to be. You know what I mean? Because like every comedian, like there's different types of comedians. You have the angry ones. You have the messed up humor ones. You have the clean ones.
Clean was like Bill Cosby was a clean comedian. Richard Pryor was not a clean comedian.
Right. And so you watch that special and it seems clear to me that, you know, some things he was still kind of formulating his stage persona.
Where does he want to be comedic wise?
Right.
Does he want to take this angle or he want to take this angle?
Right.
Or does he want to go somewhere in the middle?
Right. Because some jokes he said didn't, like, the setup, I don't know, something about it didn't fit.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's like something about it was just kind of weird and didn't fit, like, the vibe that himself was performing as. But
yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, cancel culture, it doesn't exist that much. But, you know, there are just consequences. It's called consequences. That's what it's called.
It's consequences, and you got to own up.
You got to own up to it. That's all. You know,
you can't react in a negative way. Be like, they just don't want me around, and blah blah blah.
It's not true.
They're just blah blah blah. It's like, okay, well,
it's not true.
You're an entertainer first and foremost. Like, nobody cares about you as a private citizen.
No.
So no.
So you're not gonna get sympathy anyway. So
you make millions of dollars. None of us.
No one's gonna care that much.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, man. I don't know how we got the conversation.
Yeah, we kind of got off the rails a little bit.
Got off the rails a little bit.
But hey, you know,
it's Monday.
It's Monday.
It's a Monday edition. There's nothing really going on.
Yeah, the Monday Weekend Report.
Yeah, it's the Monday Weekend Report.
That's what we got to report.
Yeah, this is what we do. You know, Mondays is usually just a day to just reflect on the weekend, get ready for another work week. Mm-hmm. And this is what we did today.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah. That's all I got. That's all you got.
That's all I got.
Cool, guys. So hey, you know, if you wanna follow us, you can find us on Instagram at On The Go with Jacob and James. You can find James on Instagram at
James9794.
You can find me on Instagram at jacobdantone.audio. You can also email us at onthegopod2023@gmail.com. Send us a question, comment, concern. What do you think about comedians and cancel culture, I suppose? We also have a Q&A sometimes, so if you're on our Spotify, look at the description, look at the Q, give us an A. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to gather them up all one day and maybe kind of read them on air. That'd be kind of fun. And hey, that's it, guys. I'm on the go. James is on the go. We're all on the go. Peace.
Peace.